Hey, good morning. Local time, 8:24 a.m. We got some high impact news coming out at 8:30. Feel like I'm about to sneeze. Oh, okay. Yes, like I said, we have some high impact news coming out, so I'm not gonna enter a trade until this news hits. Just have the range fibbed here. This is a breaker I'm looking at, and this is a daily volume imbalance. And this is also a daily fair value gap. So just gonna hang tight here. The dollar is looking pretty bullish. Year-end pound looking bearish. So should be interesting to see what we do here in 4 minutes. Actually, want to look at something we're now seeing as well. Let's go ahead and take this off. We'll leave that on for now. We'll look at this gap. Ooh, okay. Let's take this one off. We'll actually just do a minus FEG. I don't like having these things on anymore. Right, so you can see this city, we validated it by closing below. Come back up to constant encroachment of it. And we are rejecting off of this city. So let's actually look at the range from here to here. So this would have been a nice area to get short, obviously, but it also makes sense range-wise. So ES has taken out this low. It's come back up, but then we'll see what's going to happen here in 2 minutes. I'm bearish on the day simply because the dollar looks so bullish. We'll take a look at that. Here, you can see the dollar's been failing to go lower past constant encroachment of this busy. Pushing higher, reaching towards buy side. And it was Thursday, so we could see a nice push up here. It should be pretty bearish for the indices. I was going to this down close candle, so if price was bullish, this should support price going higher. But you can see we're already starting to break lower than it. Wow, there, look at that. Portions being left open, and we have these relative equal lows here. Looking bearish. Let's see if we can find an entry today. Or maybe the news comes out and we completely flip our bias. But, I hope that's going to happen. Okay, here we go. So, as we can see by looking just on the hourly, we're not seeing really any movement higher, and we're starting to see this order block really fail. So, at the moment, I don't see an entry for me on the 1 hour, so we're gonna have to wait. This is a 15-minute mitigation block, so we have a high, low, higher low, or lower high. Right, this high is lower than this. If this was higher than this would be a breaker. Broken structure to the downside. You can see price struggling to get back above this 1 hour city. Obviously, it would have been nice to go short up here, but needed the news to hit, and so now I'm feeling more confident about price going lower, but I'm not seeing an entry present yet for me. And so I'm just gonna chill. Yeah, dollar is pushing higher. Pound and euro coming down. Look at this. On the hourly, right? Dollar looking bullish. Euro coming down. Don't know if I will get an entry this morning. This could just fall out of the sky without me. And that would be okay. ahead and see where we closed yesterday. This is our regular trading hours close. Keep this in mind. Let's get back to this one. So notice this is all pretty balanced. So for price to get back above this, it would take a really energetic move to the upside, which is not looking likely today. If we really start accelerating lower, we have this opening range gap that has no bodies laid over it, as well as this one. Right? So we could easily, we're right around here at the moment, could easily start just dumping lower. Let's scroll back out to the left, see if there's any inefficiencies we can also look at. We have that one in there. This, right? So this busy supported price higher. So we could, if we wanted to, we could take a look at that. We'll make it orange, and I think it might be inverted. Just extend this. Volume imbalance here. But that's fine. So originally, and I don't think I'm going to get it, I wanted to go short here at this breaker, right? So we have a high, low, higher high. This down close candle is the breaker. And then it has a fair value gap. This is a setup I love to see. The price was unable to get up here. It did hit on ES. Which is interesting to see. ES also breaking lower. Go ahead and take a look at that. So this is a daily volume imbalance. And then this was the breaker. Don't mind the color. You can see price came up with touch. Constant encouragement. Overshot it just a little bit. Immediate rebalance lower. And we have the bodies opening and closing below the daily volume imbalance. And we see a nice drop lower. We take out this low. We also have this 1 hour city on ES. You can see price failing to get up over here. So MNQ went a little higher. This is a weekly fair value gap. You can see constant encroachment of the weekly fair value gap. Playing a nice role. We did get a closure below the weekly fair value gap. So this is an indication this could be potentially inverted. And so far it is supporting price going lower. We could grade this. We're starting to see right here, bodies respecting the quadrant level, and we're starting to see a nice thing. That is what's happening as we move closer to the 9 o'clock, and then of course 9:40 open. So I'm trying to think of some trade ideas. It's possible we could use this down close candle maybe. Try and get an entry here, depending on what this candle does. Right, so this could be a potential breaker with a high, low, higher high. Maybe we have a break. Maybe here we got our breaker, our fair value gap. We get an entry and frame the range from here to here, or here to here. So we'd be shorting in the premium of the range if we want to assume that this would be the morning high. Whoops, let me pivot the other way. So I like that the order block here intersects with the quadrant level of the range. Also noticing this was interesting, the body is respecting the high of the inversion for value gap that we pulled out. We also have unrelative equal highs here, so this is a lower probability that we're going to come up here. Doesn't mean we couldn't, but if this was relative equal highs, so if this high was lower than this high, that would be a higher probability that we'd come back up. Notice we're really starting to balance out the lower half of the city. Right, we haven't moved up, sideways, down. So we're starting to efficiently deliver price in the lower half here. And notice what we've done in the upper half. Lots of back and forth. Here, back and forth. So price has really done a nice job of efficiently delivering the city, so there's also not a whole lot of reason for price needing to revisit here. Doesn't mean it couldn't do it, and we'll keep an eye on the dollar and the rest of the currencies to validate price going lower this morning. Pop out to the weekly for a sec. So we have a weekly volume imbalance. This is a nice draw on liquidity for this week, I think. We could, if we wanted to, we could also grade this way. Take a look at that. very interesting. So constant encroachment of that weekly wick. Wow, look at that reaction. So let's turn this up a little bit. I'm actually just going to leave on constant encouragement of the weekly wick. It's kind of crazy. So all signs are pointing bearish at the moment. Yeah, just need to find an entry. So far, don't see anything, but we'll see. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and take this off so we can just remember that was on there. Actually, let's look at this one more sec. I'm looking to see if any inefficiencies are lining up with any of the quadrant or octane levels. Not really seeing anything that's sticking out. So, yeah, let's go ahead and pop that off. We do have the 850 macro approaching, so from 850 to 910, basically every 20 minutes from 10 to the hour and 10 past the hour. It's reasonable to expect for price to start spooling for liquidity. It does not always happen, but it is a good time to anticipate some nice movement in price. And if the macro doesn't happen, it also can be a good indication that it's not a great time to be trading, as price may just simply be consolidating. I'm also noticing that we have, looking at this down close candle, which would be a mitigation block, right? There's a high, low, higher low, or lower high. Not sure how we're going to say that. Let's take a look at that. This is also lining up with price nicely. So, right off the bat, we've pulled out a lot of PD arrays. I noticed that price should be heading lower this morning into the opening. About 1 minute to the macro starts. So yeah, love this mitigation block, fair value gap, constant encroachment. See perfect respect of it. This is an algorithmic price signature, and then price drops. Take a quick peek at we'll look at the 30 minute. And 15 minute. I have a nice fair value gap in here. we have a mitigation block, fair value gap. I'm wanting to use the hourly for entry, but I don't know if we will get that, so I might have to use this 15-minute. Let's take a peek at the dollar. Dollar wick up. Starting to come back down. Still looking this busy. Euro wick down. Back inside the city. Oop. And our macro time. Decisions. Also, I'm liking this. We have some really nice trendline liquidity to attack, as well as our relative equal lows. So, yeah. You know what? I don't think I'm gonna get a 1 hour entry. I think this 15-minute could suffice. Pull up our paper trading account. I want to see price come back up here. Just touch the very low of it. Okay, we're inside now. Let's go ahead and sell. Put our stop loss. Stop loss is going to go above that first candle of the forming the fair value gap. And we're going to just target relative equal lows. And since we're entering on the 15-minute, we'll just stay on the 15-minute. I'm liking this reaction so far that we wicked up, and at least we're not screaming to the upside, so I do enjoy that. It's possible for it to come back up more, but we have a nice stop loss, so if price does come back up here, simply means we were wrong and we move on to the next trade. But I like that we had this nice displacement down. We waited for a retracement, and then we shorted. I'm not going to rush the stop loss down. We need to give this trade some time to develop. still inside our macro time frame. What is going on here? This is big. Am I seeing this correctly? What is that? This is higher and says about 1800. This is, what the heck's going on here? That's bizarre. Something's up there. Cancel this? What was that about? That was weird. Alrighty, so we just obviously need to give this trade some time to cook. I like that we have yesterday's regular trading hours below. We also have midnight price below. Midnight price is right here. Look at that. This candle, midnight price. Always nice when you're shorting above midnight price. We shorted in the right area of our dealing range here. So switched over to the 15-minute on ES. And actually, I'm just going to give this just a touch more breathing room. So, trying to get 3 PD arrays as defense, so we have constant encroachment of the mitigation block. We have the high of the first candle that forms this value gap. And we have constant encroachment of our 1 hour city and mitigation block as well. So have some nice defense for the trade, and again, if we are wrong, we are wrong, and we'll just simply move on to the next trade. It's really that simple. The 9 o'clock candle is about to happen. Let's go out to the hourly. Let's take a look at this. Go ahead and take these over. There's our 9 a.m. candle coming in. So I like that I'm bearish. We saw this candle forming. We didn't chase it lower, right? We just simply said, hey, if it drops without us, it drops without us. Remain patient and found potential nice entry. So obviously I'm liking the way this looks so far. Could obviously change as we get into the opening, but so far so good. So what? Really want to see this candle disrespect this downwards candle. We want to see that get smashed through. So we did lick that through it, obviously. But the body did close all the way back up here. So and that's really it. I think if we take out this low, I'll decide either at this low or this low. If we do take that out, I'll roll the stop loss to break even. Technically speaking, we should do it at this low. Or well, at least here's what we'll do. If we take out this low, I'll move the stop loss just above constant encroachment of this city. We'll reduce our risk a little bit. So we are positioned for the opening. And that's it. I can't say it's super surprising what we're seeing unfolding. If we take a look at the dollar, kind of going sideways a bit. Right on the euro, also going sideways. So I'd like to start seeing some more movement in the currencies. Otherwise, this could be a pretty high resistance warning. About 25 minutes for the opening bell. I'm slightly worried about the opening bell coming in and just wicking up, taking out these equal highs, and then jumping. But there's always a possibility too. Let's see. We shall see. But on the 1 hour, pretty balanced up here, so I'm gonna take the softer one set. Let's look at this busy on the 1 hour. I like it where I like the price fail to get back above constant encroachment of this 1 hour busy. We're looking below of it. We're hitting this. It's still a bullish order block. Right? We need to get a closure below it to inverse it. So this is acting as support right now. I really want to see price get below this block here. I'm going to go ahead and take this off. Yeah, I like this, right? Open, close, pretty much right at constant encroachment of this 1 hour busy. And 15-minute. Or sorry, yep, not at busy, yeah. Buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. This is our minor sell side. Here, and then still have our target right here. So I really like that the not 850 to not. I really like that the 850 to 910 macro did not push higher. give this trade some time to potentially pan out. Yeah, price is still having a hard time working through this order block here. Which I don't love. Really would like to see price get below this. Give me more confidence that the trade is going to pan out. You can see right now we're hitting the opening price of this order block, right? And we're hitting it and coming back up. See that? Not what I wanted to see. Let's go ahead and take a look at the currencies to see if they're still backing up our trade idea. So Euro still looking bearish. Dixie still coming up. Really want to see it break through this. Take a look at the pound. Looking bearish. I think this is the daily conversion for the value gap. Yeah. So we have these reactions, but we're looking like we want to take this out. So currencies are still on our side for this trade, so no need to panic quite yet, but I'm loving that. Really want to see that disrespected. Got about almost 15 minutes to the opening. Excuse me. So definitely looking like we're gonna have to wait for the opening to come in. Tempted to move my stop loss down just because we do have the opening coming in. I don't love. Oh, maybe. Still don't love them right at the moment the way we're reacting off this order block. And then we do have these relative equal highs here. But we have the currencies on our side. The S is breaking lower too. Starting to maybe work through this order block. I just don't want to shove my stop loss down because that has been my Achilles heel. One of my Achilles heels. I have more than one. But rushing my stop loss down has definitely been a hindrance of mine. So working through that. Yeah, I could see, there's a strong case to be made for when the opening comes in. We wake up, trap traders and we go long, and then just dump it. And the longer we are hanging around this order block, the less I'm liking everything. I could move it to break even. Decisions, yeah, like this. Yeah, let's see what it does. Really hanging right there, so I am tempted to move my stop loss to break even. was on the 1 minute, yeah. Jeez Louise. This is high resistance. Interesting. On the 1 minute, we see this a little more clearly. Come up, hit this value gap, come back down. But yeah, we are just hanging around this 1 hour order block's opening price. And we do have the opening coming in. Yeah, this is just not what I wanted to see. So I think for that reason, yeah, I'm gonna move this to break even because I think price might want to come back up, trip traders into going long, and then go down. So, and I don't love that this is relative equal highs. Would have loved to have seeing some more movement and at least start making its way down here. But the fact that we're stalling, you saw we're going completely sideways here. I think it's possible now we might have an explosion to the upside at the opening. Alright, so we're in trade at break even, have the opening coming up, obviously. As we notice, I think it's still bearish, but want to avoid a potential Judas swing right at the opening. Alright, just about 4 minutes to the opening, and then hopefully we'll get some movement one way or the other. This is kind of getting to be a little ridiculous. The final countdown. Still just on this order block. I feel like we've been. Feels like forever. Feels like it's been a really long time and price hasn't gone really anywhere. Run to the bathroom really quick. Okay. Remembered I have laundry in the washer. We are about to open. The stop loss still? Where is it? Where did the stop loss go? There it is. Okay. Alright. Market is, well, the New York open's happening. It's also watching to see how much speed we wanna, if we do take out this bow, how much we wanna do that with. Hitting constant encroachment over 1 hour engagement to the value gap. Starting to break lower. nice if we could just take out this sell side. Out at a 1-to-1 with how much at risk I put on. Opened. This is yesterday's close. So this is our opening range gap. Here's constant encroachment. Currencies are still on our side. Back over here. Let's go out to the 15. So I like that this is at just around constant encroachment of the opening range gap. I may just hop out of the trade here. I wanted to see more speed this morning. So, what is going on with this? This is not right. This is linked to something else. Oh. I think I have a limit order above. That's what's happening. Okay. This is an old. I was trying to sell this breaker, and we never got it. That's what's happening. Oh, I thought that was extraordinarily high. Can I grab this? There we go. Okay. So I like that this sell side is just about at constant encroachment of opening range gaps. I think this is a great target for this morning. Shenanigans going on. I wanted to see more speed lower. I don't love what we're doing here. It's possible I could get stopped out. Definitely a high resistance morning. Taking that one-to-one was looking more appealing by the minute. Good grief, man. Yeah, definitely a high resistance morning. So I'm gonna look to get out of this trade. Don't love what I'm seeing in price action. I'd love to actually just drag this to one-to-one. And sit in the trade. That would be nice. Looks like at a one-to-one, like right here. A little tight. Really want to see this drop. Alright, well, we'll lock in that. Lock in just about a one-to-one. Just not loving the way price is moving this morning. Stop loss above the opening price of this, which should be a 5-minute bearish order block. Yeah, well, this price is just really not in a hurry to go anywhere. Definitely some high resistance bullshit. That's gonna be the business. So. Alrighty, not the best trade. Kind of lost my patience a little bit. It is what it is. Alrighty.